This lesson is going to go over how to solve two-step equations using the distributive property. So on all of these, you can see that there's parentheses with a number directly to the left of it, and that shows that you have to distribute. And distribute means multiply. So on number 1, it says 3 in parentheses a plus 2 equals 12. Take the 3 and multiply it to both of these. The sign in the middle will stay the same, so it's going to stay a plus sign. 3 times a is going to just represent 3a. There's nothing more you can do. Put your plus sign, and then 3 times 2 equals 6. So you have condensed all of this into this. Throw the equals 12 on back at the end, and then solve. Now it's a two-step equation like you've seen the past 2 days. You'll start right here with the 6. The inverse of adding 6 is to subtract it. So you'll do 12 minus 6. Let me draw my line with the equal sign. 12 minus 6 equals 6. I still have this chunk left, so I will rewrite it. And that shows multiplication. Well, the inverse of multiplication is division. So I will divide by 3 on both sides. When I divided by 3 over here, it isolated the variable. And then 6 divided by 3 equals 2. So A equals 2. Now I'm going to delete all of that to give me space for the next question. All right, so on number 2, distribute the 2 to both of the numbers in the parentheses. 2 times a is just 2a, plus the sign in the middle will stay the same, and then 2 times 2 equals 4. I have condensed that into 2a plus 4, and I'm going to add the equals 10 onto the end. Now I can solve it. You'll start on the side with the variable, but you'll start with the number not attached to the variable, which is the 4. The inverse of adding 4 is to subtract it. Do it to both sides. 10 minus 4 equals 6. I still have this chunk left, so I'll rewrite it. My new problem is 2 times a equals 6, and the inverse of multiplying by 2 is to divide by 2. I have now isolated the variable, and 6 divided by 2 equals 3. So there's another example. We're going to skip past number 3 and go to number 4 because it's a little different. It has subtraction, and I want to work one of those out. Multiply the 2 times both of the numbers in the parentheses. So 2 times b would just be 2b. This one's subtraction. So if you keep the sign in the middle, you need to have a subtraction sign. And then 2 times 6 equals 12. So I have simplified that. It is now gone. Put the equals 16 onto the end. All right, now it's a two-step equation. You'll start on the side with the variable, but with a number that's not attached to the variable. So that would be the 12. The inverse of subtracting it would be to add it. Now it's canceled out. 16 plus 12, that would be 8 and then 2. So 28. I still have this chunk left. Now I have a new problem. It's 2 times b equals 28. The inverse of multiplying by 2 is to divide. I'm running out of space. So 28 divided by 2. Half of 28 is 14. All right, I want to do one more. Multiply the 7 to both of these. So you have 7 times b minus, and then 7 times 6 is 42, equals 21. The inverse of subtracting is to add. So I will add 42. I'm going to come over here and do that. 21 plus 42, that would be 3. So 63. Let me rewrite. Okay, so I still have this chunk left. So I have 7 times b equals 63. All right, now the inverse of multiplying by 7 is to divide. I've now isolated my variable, and 63 divided by 7 would be 9. So b equals 9. All right, that's it for your notes. Go ahead and start on the guided practice.